Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And when you think about great seasons in recent memory, he's definitely putting one together here. There's a good chance he's going to go over 5,000 yards passing for the season. He's just a little bit under that mark coming in. And I tell you, it's pretty rarefied air when you get up there with numbers like this.
On first down, it's Cole, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. They go play action here on first down. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On second down now. It's Cole, and the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. They'll look to throw here, and that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. Oh, some strong running. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but it's brought down after a huge return there. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
2nd down and 3.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things. Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On the move to his left. And he's got it. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Second and goal from the 1. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Miami set to take over.
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw now on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Steps away. This will be caught. It's Samuel.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 2. Complete. Richardson has it. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. The Cowboys are ready to make some noise in the playoffs as they finish off a 13-4 regular season. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Buccaneers are ready to make some noise in the playoffs as they finish off a 13-4 regular season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Taken in at the 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Flushed out right. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the scramble.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotion.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out.
And caught it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
So, partner, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back. But in this case,
that's not his role.
No, not ultimately, because he didn't do what? He didn't secure the football. And if he had done that, that play would have been spectacular. Instead, he turns it over.
Yeah, a big play, all for naught. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me, and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 24 yards. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And now a carry here for their fullback. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I remember from my experience as a defender, when the big fella gets the football, you've got to get on him early before he gets a chance to get up ahead of steam, because once he does that, he's going to leave a lot of tacklers in his wake.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. toss play to Jackson. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Townsend.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise of futility right now. Still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. The amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.